Welcome back to Live FM. You are tuning with Sandro and Meghan on Impulses. And if you're listening in the Kosh area, you're of course listening on 100.6 FM. Otherwise, in the Potchefstroom area, you're on 98.1 FM. Or you can just listen on the World Wide Web on www.livefm.co.za. Or you can just always download the app and you can listen to us anytime, anywhere.
How are you doing? Sorry, I was struggling with the intro this morning and Meghan just decided to take over. And luckily it happened just before we went on air. So, Meghan, thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. You know, sometimes it happens where we have writers, it's almost like a writer's block where you try and you try and you try, but the words just don't come out. And it's always just the intro that you feel like you're consistently rehearsing in your head. And then you mess up one word here or you mess up one word there while you're rehearsing. And you're like, no, wait, I can't do this today.
Because you know what, you get so like sometimes, when you like rehearse it just before you come on, everything's so perfect, and when you start, you blank out.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, there's one of those when you rehearse it, it just kind of feels so messed up that you're not confident well enough. And you're like, okay, Meghan, your turn. That's what kind of happened to me today. But guys, we got a wonderful program in store. I cannot wait to start talking about it. Meghan, what is our topic?
Our topic today is Father Knows Best.
Our Father Knows Best. And you know what, Meghan chose this topic. We actually had another topic in mind, but she chose this topic. And it's just so, for me, it just fits in with where we are currently at this moment. And you'll hear the testimony after the break. But you know what, it just fits in so much. Now listen to this, because once we grasp this message, a lot is going to change. I really believe the way you're going to start viewing things, the way you're going to start perceiving things, a lot is going to change. But guys, unfortunately, we're running out of time in the intro. We are going to get to a song, and after the song, we're going to come and we're going to continue with this wonderful show.
Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful song. I really hope that you enjoyed this worship session, and I hope that during this little worship session that you had a moment just to go ahead and meditate about what we meant in the topic, Father Knows Best. And you know what, for me, I keep going back. There's this movie, it's this worldly movie called Tangled, and in this song there's this mother and she goes, Mother knows best. And I don't know, that's just where I heard the topic, but it's much more or much less satire than that. It's actually such a beautiful thing that the Lord brought onto us today. And you know what, just in case you want to send this to someone, maybe you feel like someone in your life needs to hear this. Maybe they're going through a similar situation as we are, that we will be sharing in the testimony, and you feel like maybe they need to hear this, maybe a bit of encouragement to them, please go check out our YouTube as well. We're on Practical Faith Ministries on YouTube, and this program will be aired this coming Saturday, right after it's been aired now on today, Tuesday. So I really hope that you have someone in your life that you can think, maybe you can send it out, maybe you can encourage someone. But yes, let us get into it.
And there's also a lot of other things that you can find on the Practical Faith Ministries page. There's daily content that we put out, all different types of content. So please go check it out. Please go like, subscribe, and share it. And yes, Father knows best. Normally they say mother knows best. Now, for some reason, mothers know everything when it comes to children. It's like, how Meghan got to the story is, Caleb is sick. He's our 1-year-old son. He's just over 1 now. He's nearly a big boy. But he's now sick. And he's got heavy flu. And he is just man down. But if you ever want to see a struggle, he's generally an easy child. Changing nappies, bathing him, eating, now and then he's not difficult. But try and give this man medicine. Man, it's a two-man job. I have got to hold his hands on in his head, and he has Meghan with a syringe with all the liquids that's got to go down, and then he's got a few teeth in front, and he bites down, and he grinds his teeth together and doesn't allow us to get in there. We've got to wait for him. We've got to wait for the perfect moment, and we're trying to make funny faces or funny noises so that mouth can open. As soon as the mouth goes open, shoves it down, and then you can see he's not impressed with us. He's clearly not impressed with us because we're feeding him medicine. And you know what? This morning, we had to give him 3 syringes because that's how sick he is. And we had to give him 3 syringes full, and man, he was not happy with us. The looks he gave us.
You know what? It's not only that. Where this whole topic came from today was actually in the process of giving him these 3 syringes. Now, our son has this tendency, like Sandra mentioned, he's a very easy child in general. He's not fussy when it comes to food. He's not fussy in general. He's such an easy child. And when it comes to medicine, man, the tantrum. And when it came to the tantrum, I started laughing because spiritually, it kind of coincided with something that I myself have been going through during the week.
She also throws tantrums, by the way.
My tantrums are very internal, and they're specifically with the Lord. I don't fight with the Lord. I don't fight against the Lord. I fight with the Lord, if I can say it that way. And you know what? When sometime throughout the week I had a tiny bit of a tantrum, and I was like, Lord, but why are you torturing me? Why are you doing this? Why are you you being so mean to me? Why are you just not allowing me? And you know what? Today when we were giving our son medicine, it just popped up. Father knows best. And it was such a little, you know, when the Lord makes you feel so tiny. And I'm like, I just got what he meant.
It is funny because when she mentioned the topic and she explained why, it makes so much sense. You know, what we want to do with him, although he might not like it, he might hate it at the moment. And he, you know, probably in his little brain is, why are my parents doing this to me? Why is this happening? There must be another way. But I mean, from our hearts, and if you've got a parent, or if you have been a parent, you know you just mean the best for them. We know that he must rest, take his medicines, rest, and he'll come better. I mean, it's not the first time he's been sick. So, you know, it's not our first rodeo, but he absolutely hates anything to do with medicine. And once the medicine is finished, we pick him up, you know, try and make him laugh, and then it's over. But that moment, for those, it can be 10 seconds, or it can be 3 minutes, sometimes 5 on a good day when we're really struggling. But, you know what, we mean the best for him, and so does the Lord. And this is one thing I want to get out. And how many tantrums have you thrown? I just want to get a verse, and we'll take it further from this, from the ESV. A very well-known verse. It's Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope.
Can you not hear the parental heart in that verse? When you take it into this context, you hear the Father's heart. It's so clear, because now you look at your child, and maybe they're ill, maybe they're going through something where you have to step up and be a parent. And you know that this is the best for them, and you know it sucks just as much for you as it does for them. But at the end of the day, that is what is best for them. Because at the end of the day, in our case, the big picture here is him healing and him going back to being his happy, healthy self. And in many cases, especially where the Lord comes in, it's not necessarily in that for that specific moment. But Sandro actually showed me a video a very long while ago about how the Lord chisels us down. Sorry for the language mix. He chisels us down, and you know what? Sometimes it feels so torturous. It's so painful, and we're like, Lord, why are you doing this to us?
You know what? It feels torturous, but if you ever want a six-pack, let's be honest, for those, not when you're at high school. We're not talking when you're at high school, because that just happens. Everything, for some reason, your body just works at that age. You know, the teenage years, and maybe a few years after 21. But now, I'm happy with my dad bod, okay? But if I want a six-pack, I can't go once to the gym, work on abs, and tomorrow it's there. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of pain to it. Trust me, there's a lot of pain. I'm not one to gym. But there's a lot of pain, blood, sweat, tears. You kind of know the whole drill, and it's a process. It's a long process. Now, a lot of times we give up. Before the time we give up, and then we never reach the dream of the six-pack. And the same thing happens spiritually with us. Because the Father wants to give us the best, but a lot of times we throw our tantrums and we get cross with Him, and then we stop. Sometimes He's put something on your heart. What has He put on your heart? Maybe go feed someone. Maybe just go help someone. Maybe just send a message, but we don't do it for for whatever reason that is. Or we just do it once, but we know that it should be, it should not be a once-off thing. And this is where we want to motivate you and encourage today. Is the Father's heart is to bless you, but you must keep on seeking Him. You must keep on being with Him. When you chase someone, trust me, when Meghan was chasing me, okay, let's tell the truth, when I was chasing Meghan, you know what? I couldn't just chase her once and then leave her and then expect now in a relationship. It was a constant thing. It was months of talking to each other, months of visiting, cost me a lot of money, pizzas, going out, just to impress her and keep her there. But imagine if I just did it once and then all of a sudden I just gave up. We wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't have a beautiful son. We wouldn't have what we have today. Because, you can't just do it once. And a lot of us stop after the once and we throw tantrums. It's like, why does nobody love me? But you know what? You got to put effort in. And this is what people don't see with anything in life. You have to put effort. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to your spiritual life, when it comes to work, even friendship, it takes effort.
It's something to go ahead and think about is a lot of people actually, and the word testifies to this. I don't know the specific verses, but a lot of people stop just before the blessing's about to hit. Just before that breakthrough, they stop and they say, Lord, stop chiseling me. Lord, I'm done exercising. I'm done pursuing. I'm done with all of this. And that's what the enemy is actually out here to do. I mean, if you read John 10 verse 10, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? That's his whole purpose, is to make you stop. And the whole point behind this message today is keep going. Just keep going.
The Father's heart is there for you. He wants all the good things for you. Don't stop now. Guys, unfortunately, we ran out of time in this segment. We are going to go to a beautiful song, enjoy it, worship with, make a coffee, do whatever you have to do, but just spend time with the Lord. And then we'll be back with you right after this. Welcome back after that beautiful, wonderful song. Guys, remember, if you're listening on 100.6 in the Kosh area. Otherwise on 98.1 in the Potchefstroom area. Otherwise on www.lifefm.co.za. Otherwise, just download the app. It's the easiest. I prefer the app. I use the app. Just go download the Life FM app on Play Store, 10 to 1 or whatever. Yeah, that one, I'm not going to get into that. But just download the Life FM. Nearly said App Store, but download the Life FM app. And you know what? You can have Life FM all day, every day. And please don't forget about a Bible drive where we buy Bibles. You know what? Please send Bibles or bless us with a bit of money to buy Bibles, and we donate it out. It's Life FM Practical Faith working together. We've done over 100 Bibles in like a very few short months that people have blessed us with. Thank you for that. Otherwise, go out, give someone a Bible. Just send us the photo. That's all we want, is just send us a photo of you blessing someone with a Bible, so we can say here at Life FM that we are reaching people. It's not about Life FM, it's not about Practical Faith, but it's about us as children of God blessing other people, blessing people with God's word, with the truth. But before we get too carried away with that, Meghan, let's continue with the topic we were busy with.
Before we continue with the topic we were busy with, I actually also just wanted to remind everyone about the winter drive. It's something that I personally am very passionate about as well. You know what? If you have extra blankets or you have extra tin food, if you have anything to spare for the cold winter months, always remember that there's someone out there that could always use what you see as spare. And if you want to go and donate, I know Life FM itself is a drop of points. Otherwise, the Ponty's Fish and Chip Shop in Paris.
There's a lot of points. Just go onto the Life FM website or go onto the Life FM website. You'll see all the points, or just get hold of Life FM and you'll see the points, the drop of points. There's a lot in Klerksdorp. There's one or two in Potch and there's one in Paris. And please help with this project.
Otherwise, you can also get a hold of Sandro at 066-238-3066, and he should be able to assist you in the right direction, whoever you need to speak to from there onwards. But to get back to our topic, Father knows best. I actually wanted to start, since we started this show with a very popular verse, I wanted to bring another very, very, very popular verse. I've heard this verse probably preached in every single sermon I've listened. And you know what? This is one of those verses that once you grasp it, it takes a completely different take. And it's Psalm 46 verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. You know what? This specific verse, it took so many different sermons for me to change my perspective on this verse. In this verse, God is telling us, be still, I've got your back. Be still, it will work out. Be still, I am sovereign. He's literally telling us, you calm down, take rest in me, come to me for peace, because I will make everything else work out. And you know what, when it comes to the Father's heart in this, it's such a thing, the Lord just wants us to have peace and be happy and just be comfortable in His presence. Where sometimes we go through situations and we're like, why are you torturing us? You know what, there's a funny thing, because when the enemy attacks us, our first way is to turn to the Lord and go, why are you allowing this? Or otherwise, something's not going according to our plan, but it might be perfectly falling in line with God's plan. And we're going, why are you torturing us? Why? We can never take a step back and be grateful. And you know what, in I think it's Corinthians, Paul writes, in everything, in every situation, come in with prayer and thankfulness. You know what? And it's that second part. I know, because when I'm frustrated with the Lord, and I'm like, Lord, why? I can't be thankful in those moments. In that moment, I think I'm sinning more than anything. I can't come to a thankful heart, a grateful heart when I'm in that moment. But the Lord wants us to be grateful even in those moments. He says, be still, because even in those moments, I have your back. Even in those moments, I am still sovereign. Even in those moments, it is still going to go all according to my plan.
You know, the one thing is, be still and know that I am God, is first of all seeking Him, coming back to Him. Again, a lot of times, this is what we don't like to hear. You know, when things are going good, it's wonderful. Let the blessings keep on coming. Let it continue to pour down. But difficult times, challenging situations, builds character. You know what? Have you ever noticed people who are successful, people who strive and do the extraordinary? A lot of times, they face a lot more challenges than what we do generally. You know, the tallest trees get the most wind, or face the most wind, and that is true. We all face our situations. We all got challenging times and trying times and difficult times, but it builds character.
Someone also said from our cell group now last week, the higher you are, the harder you fall. And it's such a, you know what, it's
on point with what we're trying to get at here. Is, you know what, God knows what you need. But He's going to allow certain situations is to build you up, because in the building up, it's not just about you, but it's about those around you. It's about everyone around you. Because the stronger you are, you know what, there will come a time when someone else is going through the exact same thing you are going through. And as they're going through it, you can actually say, hey, but wait, been there, done that, got a t-shirt, passed it, probably not with flying colors, but I passed it. Now I can help you. You see, we got to build character. At times we have to toughen up. And this is one of those messages where the Lord says, okay, you be quiet. Stand still now. Stop now for a bit. Where are you? Okay, whatever you're doing is clearly not working. That's why you're in the situation. Or let's just say the situation's not getting better because you've tried everything. He says, be still. Come to me. Know that I am God. I'm going to help you through it. He doesn't take it out, you know. Very rarely will He take us out of that situation, but He helps us go through it. Because when we look back, we've got a testimony. When we look back, we can look back and say, but you know what? Actually, I look back now, I was like, I'm glad. You know, I've got a testimony of after I got divorced. And one of the things after I got divorced, in the first couple of months, the one thing I said, Lord, send me someone else. I need someone. I cannot live alone. I've never lived alone. I literally left my parents' house, straight married. I lived with someone. I've never lived alone in my life. And I'm like, and I got angry and I got cross with him. I threw tantrums. You know what? For 5 years, I stayed alone. And once I made peace with it, not after 5 years, I made peace with it after about year 2. And then for the next 3 years, I actually grew spiritually. And you know what? I needed to grow in order when Meghan came. And in order for when the time Caleb came, I needed to be at peace with myself, first of all. See, because if He sent me someone right then and there, when I asked, when I wanted, when I threw my tantrums, I would never have grown. I probably wouldn't have healed from what I had to go through. Yes, it was challenging, it was tough, but I grew because now I started doing stuff for myself. I actually know how a mop works. I can wash dishes. I never knew that. I thought it just gets done. Can you believe it? I don't know about, well, I was always brought up in a place where stuff always got done for me. My mother spoiled us.
Yeah, no, I'm a girl, so my brother had the same experience growing up. We did not share that experience.
No, but you start seeing where I grew up, and even till this day, I will still, well, we don't really wash the clothes. The washing machine does it, but I'll still hang it up. There's still a lot of stuff where Meghan will tell me, no, don't do it. I'll do it. I'm like, no, I can do it because I've been doing it for so long. You know what? I'll take my chances now and then I'll let her do it, just to to remind her that she can also do it. But that's how we start growing. That's how we start coming. And there was a lot of it. I think if everything happened my way then and there, I wouldn't have dealt with the hurts and gone through everything. Then when Meghan came across my path, I wouldn't be able to handle the relationship because I wouldn't have gone through the past. I wouldn't have dealt with it, and I probably would have chased her away. So that is just my personal testimony of God, Father knows best. Own your situation, live through it, push through it, do the best in it, excel in it, and you'll see the blessings come out.
And you know what? I just wanted to remind all of you, please don't feel bad whenever you throw a tantrum. Go and read through the Bible. There are so many characters in the Bible that throw their tantrums because you know what? At the end of the day, only God is fully God. We are fully human. And you know what? Sometimes our fully human sides come out and sometimes we throw tantrums. But the Lord understands because He made us this way. He made us to feel. Yeah, I don't think it's nice. I mean, my son bites me whenever I now really push him. But, and then I kind of, in that moment, I just breathe very heavily. And then I'm like, okay, I'm moving on. But you know what? The Father knows. He knows best for you. He knows your heart. And He knows that even when you're throwing a tantrum, please don't avoid Him afterward because that's what we all do. He knows your heart. He knows who you are.
Run to Him.
But anyway, we have unfortunately run out of time. This was actually, I really enjoyed this specific message and I hope you enjoyed it too. And I look forward to having you all back here next week. Cheers, everyone.